Australia could be in line for another royal visit, with a celebrity astrologer letting slip that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are planning a trip down under. A Gold Coast-based astrologer posted on Instagram a photo of her with the royal couple. It was followed by a letter suggesting they were looking to, quote, visit Australia again. The letter was dated October 24th. The Duke and Duchess were last seen in Australia in 2018, and it would come after Princess Anne's tour of Australia last week.
Squaddies, let's get straight into it. Because once again, the media is doing what it always does when Harry and Meghan are involved, taking something simple, harmless and completely normal and twisting it into a dramatic, exclusive scandal meant to generate clicks, outrage and confusion. They're desperate to build a narrative out of thin air, and this time they've latched onto a friendly Instagram post and turned it into a supposed leak. But when you actually look at what happened, the truth is uncomplicated, grounded, and, as usual, far more flattering to Harry and Meghan than the tabloids would ever admit. So let's break this all the way down and expose the real story behind this so-called leaked trip to Australia. Prince Harry and Meghan's leaked return to Australia, the real story the media doesn't want to tell you. The tabloids wasted no time plastering the word leak across headlines as if someone uncovered a secret operation of national importance. But let's be honest, there was no scandal, no secrecy, and no dramatic revelation. What actually happened was incredibly straightforward. A close friend of the Sussexes, astrologer Angela Pearl, shared a wholesome Instagram post that included a photo of her with Harry and Meghan, along with a personal letter they had sent her. It was a warm, private gesture that she proudly displayed. That's it. No spy, no betrayal, no hidden agenda, just friendship. But because the tabloids are starving for Sussex content, they swooped in like vultures and twisted a simple friendly moment into a full-blown leak about future travel plans. They took an innocent post and inflated it into a manufactured scandal. And squaddies, let's call it what it is. There was no leak, only the media's desperation for a headline. The tabloids twisted a personal correspondence into drama simply because they had nothing else to twist. Harry and Meghan, returning to Australia. Why it actually makes perfect sense. The media wants to paint this as shocking or controversial, but if you actually understand Harry and Meghan's work, their relationships and their history, returning to Australia is completely normal, even expected. Think back to their 2018 tour. That visit wasn't just successful, it was spectacular. Crowds showed up in massive numbers. The Australian public embraced them with genuine warmth. Their engagements drew tremendous global attention. Charities, youth organisations and communities connected with them authentically. That tour is still remembered as one of the most impactful modern royal visits. So why wouldn't they return? 1. The Invictus connection makes Australia a natural fit. Australia has long been a strong supporter of the Invictus Games. Veterans there deeply respect Harry's work. The country has powerful military ties, passionate Invictus competitors, and a strong culture of supporting service families. Any future humanitarian or veteran-related project naturally aligns with Australia. 1. Meghan's advocacy aligns perfectly with Australia's cultural landscape. Women's empowerment, community support programs, mental health initiatives, diversity advocacy – these are all fields where Meghan shines, and Australia has countless organisations doing remarkable work in these areas. A return visit provides endless opportunities for collaboration and impact. 1. Harry and Meghan move freely, outside palace restrictions. Unlike working royals, Harry and Meghan aren't bound to palace-approved itineraries or political considerations. They choose their engagements based on purpose, connection, and global impact. Their return to Australia doesn't need palace permission, because they answer to their own mission, not royal tradition. So the idea of them planning a trip? Not surprising, not dramatic, not a secret. Just life, their life. The media calling it a leak. Here's why. This is where the real spin begins. The outlets shouting leak are the same ones threatened by Harry and Meghan's independence. They rely on drama to survive. And when the Sussexes are quietly thriving, they need to invent chaos to keep the narrative alive. They want Harry and Meghan to look disorganised, sloppy, or attention-seeking. They want to frame every normal moment as suspicious. Why? Because their business model depends on portraying the Sussexes as unstable or struggling, even when reality shows the exact opposite. What actually happened was perfectly ordinary. A friend shared a kind letter. That's it. But because that wasn't juicy enough, tabloids crafted a storyline filled with tension, implication, and drama that never existed. And why? Because Harry and Meghan are doing well, and many can't stand it. People who are thriving, respected, connected, and working internationally do not fit the tabloids' preferred narrative. So they create conflict where there is none. This leak story is nothing more than filler content wrapped in sensationalism. What the leak actually shows, and the media will never admit. While tabloids frame this as a mistake or embarrassment, they conveniently ignore the bigger truth. 1. Harry and Meghan have genuine global friendships, not PR relationships forced by palace duty, not media alliances based on mutual use, actual friendships with real people, including celebrities, entrepreneurs, and philanthropists worldwide. 1. Australia genuinely supports them. The public love from their 2018 tour hasn't vanished. A return would likely attract just as much enthusiasm, if not more. 1. Their global relevance is growing, not shrinking. While certain tabloids write wishful headlines about them becoming irrelevant, Harry and Meghan continue to move in international circles of power, culture, media, and philanthropy. 1. Their projects are expanding, not declining. A trip to Australia hints at new opportunities, collaborations, and initiatives. It shows planning, purpose, and momentum, not chaos. This narrative of a slip-up is simply not real. This is what influence looks like. This is what global presence looks like. And that's what frustrates the media the most. The bottom line, Harry and Meghan's supposed plans to return to Australia were not exposed through a dramatic leak or scandal. What happened was a simple, warm moment shared by a friend, twisted and inflated by tabloids desperate to stay relevant through manufactured Sussex drama. Let's be clear. They are respected. They are invited. They are connected. They are strategizing globally. They are thriving outside the palace. They are not fading. They are not controlled by monarchy machinery. The only people panicking over this leak are the ones who need the Sussexes to remain a constant source of scandal. Because without Harry and Meghan, their clickbait economy collapses overnight. Squaddies, once again, the Sussexes stay winning. And that's exactly why the noise will never stop. The louder the lies, the clearer the truth becomes.